System 1 through 3, coming through okay? Okay, cool. So let me do the start desktop sharing here. There we go. That'll be coming through. I got 10 of them, so I got to pick the right one. All right, Nadex platform. So I'll go over a couple other cool tips and tricks with you as well that are pretty helpful that I just learned over time that you're probably going to want to know how to do. Let's see here. That's a demo one. I guess it doesn't really matter. Where's my live one? There we go. All right. Yeah, staying pretty flat today with everything that's going on. Okay. So a couple tips for you. One is if you're using the Nadex platform, you have to hit refresh, okay, every hour because you won't see the new spreads that come up. So like notice how these expire at 12 o'clock Eastern time. That means other ones come on, okay? So you have to hit refresh every hour to see the new ones. If you're using our scanner, it'll feed them in, but if you're using the platform, you have to do that, okay? Another thing, you maybe want to open like more than one ticket, and notice how if how I'm opening like several tickets at the same time inside the window. Okay, the way you do that is you go to My Account, and then go over to Settings, and go to Preferences, okay? And under Preferences, say Allow Multiple Order Tickets, and then click Set Preferences. And that'll allow you to actually open multiple tickets on the same screen. So that's a really helpful thing. Now, if you want to open even more tickets, you can click here, and you can say Tear Off Ticket. And that'll actually open a ticket that you can pull outside the screen, so you can have it like sitting over there for you. So maybe you want to have like sort of a stop-loss order like we were talking about earlier on the binaries. So you could actually have a tear-off ticket to close that trade down, ready to go for you. Another cool thing, let's say you're a Forex trader, you're not used to quotes like this, okay? So you're looking over at the Forex bull spreads, and you're just not used to how all this is quoting over here. So you actually could go in and let's see, you can go in and change your display. Oh, there it is. It's right here. And view it as pairs. So it'll actually show you in pair format. So that's sort of a nice thing for Forex traders that are used to looking at bid and offer like that. And then let's see, you got your graphs right here. So you can click on those, open those up, check those out. Another useful thing on the graphs is when you open them up is maybe open a few up and leave them open through the end of the day on some of the ones that you're looking at. And then you can actually like save or email that graph to yourself, okay? It's really helpful to have that. The chart is more what I'm referring to. So if I go over here, let's just pick out let's see, it's Aussie dollar moved it all day. We'll see here. All right, so there we go. So you can actually go in here, and there's all the options where you can edit it. And so you can make it a candlestick or a bar, open, high, low, close. And you got basically all the different options. So just play with those. You can check them out. You can put words on there, Gann lines, fib lines, minutes, ticks, hours, whatever. Down here, you zoom in and out. And then right here, you can email yourself the chart. Oh, that's a question thing. Sorry, that's the questions under the options. Yeah, export as an image. So you can export the image to yourself where it'll save it. And then once you set up your chart how you like it, you can also do save as template. On the charts up here on watch list master spreads, the master spreads are almost going to be trading exactly like the underlying market. So they are sort of an alternative. If you don't have charts, you do need to get charts. I'm just telling you right now. Okay. Our website, we have a link to where you can get free access to data feeds and charts. Over $300 a month of live data for free. Okay. But if you go over here, then it'll actually show you, like, this is like looking at the underlying market. And the nice thing is the master spread trades a long time too, so you're really able to see the action in the market. You won't see gaps though by looking at it, like gap fill plays, like we were going to do gap fill this morning, but we couldn't because they closed down the futures. So you won't see stuff like that on there. For Forex, this is pretty cool. Right here under underlying indicative at the bottom, okay, right there, you'll see spot rates. Now you can't trade spot on here, but you actually can see the spot chart. So you click on that, and you can actually look at this and see the spot market, so that you do get actual Forex charts with Nadex by using that section right there. And this isn't a spread or a binary. This is the Forex pair itself. So that's a pretty helpful feature. And then let's see here. Just going through different things and making sure I am still coming through, right? So let's see. All right. There's no chats going up. I guess that means everybody's paying attention. That's good. Okay. Let's see here. So we got that, and then on your watch list down here, one of the things that is helpful is if you have more than one watch list, okay, then it becomes a bit of a pain. So I'm going to show you something. So I'm going to have like watch list 2. Hit submit. Say I have my watch list and watch list 2. If I go over here and I go, add this to my watch list, okay, I can do that right here, or I can do it right here. Okay, so add to watch list, or right here, add to watch list. So if I say add this to watch list, if I have 2 of them, it's going to ask me which one do I want to add it to, okay? Do I want to add it to my watch list or watch list 2? But if I don't have the second watch list, if I delete that one out of there, and then I click add to watch list, it instantly puts it in my watch list, okay? So I don't have to go through multiple buttons, and so that's just a helpful feature. For how to get the spot market again, just scroll down to the bottom of the navigate section here, the finder is what it's called, and under underlying indicative currencies spot rates, you'll see the FX, and then just click on the chart button, and that'll open up the chart for you, okay? I'm not saying they're the best charts. I probably wouldn't recommend using those as your main trading thing. You can get Forex data free, easy, okay? Just hop over to our site to get access to that. And we'll tell you how to get access to all of that. Let's see here. So that's a couple helpful features. Another thing is you can edit your display. So you can go in here and you can make columns disappear that you don't want, okay? So I really don't care what last time it was updated, all right? I know they're expiring today, right? So I can do that right there and then close this down. And then that basically just makes my chart, my window screen, and the data I need is a lot smaller now, So just depending upon, do I, like on this one right here, I don't need my bid size and ask size, right? If you think about it, because I'm actually not trading Forex spot on their platform. And I don't even need the options menu. All I need are the charts. So by doing that, I've just made this a lot smaller, for me to be able to look at. But you can edit that and make it whatever you want to. And then you can go over here and you can actually save your layout, okay? So by saving it, you can set up everything the way that you want it. So you can say, I want my open positions, to be right here, and I want my working orders to be here, and I want my markets to be here, and I want my watch list to be here. You can set up however you want it, and then just save your layout. And then you can log in, you can load, and you can have several layouts. You can have your Forex layout, your commodities layout, whatever, and you can save your layouts. Now, I will tell you, the one problem with watch list is, like adding things to a watch list, is you have to re-add them every day. Okay, because they're constantly expiring. So you're adding that spread for that time frame. But you can use things like expiring soon. That can be sort of fun to see if there's any cool quick trades that you might want to take advantage of. Probably the only major watch list I really use is all master spreads. So every once in a while I'll use the expiring soon ones, like Colin mentioned. And I'm trying to think of other tips and tricks on the platform. So you also have we talked about showing it at a price. You can do tear off price like that. So if you just want to keep an eye, this is really helpful for the master spreads. Okay, so if we're looking at master spreads and I'm wanting to keep an eye on any particular market, and I don't have, actual charts and all that stuff, I can go in here and I can just tear off prices for different markets. So let's say I'm watching euro dollar, and I'm watching crude oil, and I'm watching, gold. Then I can have these actually sitting over on one of my other screens. And since they're the master spreads, they're going to be right at where the market is currently trading. So, within they'll probably straddle it. Look right here. Here's oil, which is 86.14 right now. So we're right right at 86.14. You know, it's basically right in there. So it becomes a really easy way for you to take advantage of that. So once we got that down, and let's see here, I'm trying to think. That is the major things on the platform. Just trying to think of anything that people come up with. If you ever can't find something, here's where you make stuff appear and disappear. Okay, up here at the top. And then sometimes you may have to scroll down. Like if I go in and say I move that way down, notice how it's like way down here now, and I'm trying to find my working orders. I'm like, where are my working orders at? All right, so if I can't find them, it's probably because they're like way down there. See? So that's really helpful. Placing orders on the Nadex platform. Let me see here. I'll go through and throw just like example trades on. Okay, these are not trades in any way being recommended. I'm just doing this. I pulled the demo up so I can just throw this on here and show you. Okay. Now make sure you're clicked on desktop sharing as well. So I'm doing the desktop sharing right now. So yeah, Sharon, you may have to, like I said, I don't really recommend using their currency things. I'm just showing you a way to get access to them. So you can go in here, and I'm sure you can edit your settings, and you can change it to line or candle or whatever you want under the chart settings. So you can do that. Maybe that's what you're talking about. So I got to change mine to candlesticks. That's my default, is candlesticks. So that's why I see candles. So there's easy how to do that. So options, edit settings, and you can edit it. And then you can also save it as your template or whatever. So I'm in demo right now. This is the demo one. So candles. Let's see here. All right. So placing orders. Okay. So when you go into place an order, there are multiple ways to place an order. Yeah, so if you ever see something that's not working, just under my account, hit message us, and you can submit a ticket straight to them. So, and they're actually really good about replying back and all that. But so let's go in here and let's just say that we're, entering this trade, and we'll, let's see, we'll say we're going in this trade right here, okay? So I'm going to have to put quantity, and I can click buy is one way I can start the trade. Okay, and then I have to choose my quantity. I can go here, and I can say order ticket. All right, I can go here, and I can say tear off ticket. I can go here, I can say tear off price, and then I can initiate it from the price. Okay. I also can go here, and I can do tear off price and tear off ticket and order ticket. So any of those I can do it on. The easiest way to do a ticket is just to click on the bid or offer. So offer being the buy side, bid being the sell side. And then let's say okay, I clicked on that. Notice how the market moved one tick because it filled it in for me, 22. And I go in and I try to buy it at A622 right now. I won't get filled. It'll not move down. So let's just say I entered it in at 18, 19, okay? If I want to update to the live price, I don't have to manually type it in. I can just click right here. It automatically makes it what it is. So now it's 22, now it's 23. If I click it again, so now it's 22 again. So if you click on the bid or offer, it'll automatically update it to that price. Just don't click on the sell price and expect to get filled on the buy right away. Okay? So if I click on the ask side here, it'll automatically update my price to the current price for me. Well, that's really helpful if, let's say we go in here, and I have my order in. Okay, I'm going to put it below the market, hit place order, and now my order is going to be a working order because all orders on Nadex are what's called limit orders. Limit means at that price or better. So when I put in a buy order, it means fill me at the price I put in or a lower price because you want to buy low, right? So if it can get you a lower price, it's going to get you a lower price. If it can't, then your order is going to be a working order. So that's why I can't put in like a buy price above where the market is because the market's below it. It can give me a better fill. It's going to fill me right away. So now I got in, the market moved, whatever. I want to change my order. Now I can just click on this green arrow under working orders. Okay, don't initiate a new one. Okay, go to the working order. Click on the green arrow. And now I can just update my price. Oh, the market's at A618. And here you can actually see my second. They'll show you second, third level quote. You can see my second level quote at A608 right there. So I'm like, okay, well, I want to buy at market. So I click just 86.18, boom, that just updated my price, okay? And then hit amend order. And now I instantly got filled on the order. So I also could have went in and done the same thing and like put in, maybe I had a quantity of 2, okay? And I hit place order on there. I could have went in and said, you know what? I just want to get into one of them at that price. And that'll actually change my quantity to 1, okay? Or I can say, you know, I don't want this trade anymore, so I'm just going to cancel it. I hit cancel. And it'll get me out of the trade. Now, what about if you want to take profit? Okay, this is a big question I get. How do I take profit? Or put a take profit order in so I don't have to be sitting there waiting on it to get to that price? Well, once you have an open position, then click on the green arrow. Notice how the green arrow, okay, is where really you're going to use that in your open and your working orders. Okay, it's that green arrow. So let's say if I think, you know, oil is going to get up to, you know, whatever price today. So if I'm looking over at the deviation levels on our site, and I think for whatever reason oil is going to go up, and I'm checking that out. So I'm like, okay, crude oil, half deviation move up would be to 87.23. So I want to get out at 87.20 on this trade. So I'm going to click the green arrow there, and I'm going to choose 87.20. So I'm going to put my price in. I'm going to hit place order. And now what it's done for me is now I have a buy order and I'm already in. I bought at 86.18. I'm trying to get out at 87.20. And if this spread gets to 87.20, it'll fill me and I'll instantly be able to get out of the trade. Like I won't have to be sitting there to exit my trade. Okay, you only have to exit if you're trying to do basically a stop loss. All right, but for take profit, you don't have to do that. I honestly recommend always having a take profit order in, even if it's at a really high point. And then let's see here. Commission on trades. Okay, so Nadex is an exchange, and you're not going through a broker. So there actually are no commissions, like on futures. There are exchange fees, like you have on the CME. Okay, so if you trade the S&P futures, then you're paying like $1.14 or whatever on the S&P E-mini for exchange fees on each side, and then you're paying your broker commission on top of that. With Nadex, you're not paying your commission. Now, you are paying exchange fees. They're 90 cents a side, 90 cents to get in, 90 cents to get out. Okay, a maximum of $9 a side. Okay, so $9 to get in, $9 to get out. All right, and so that'd be your maximum commission. So if you had 100 contracts you put in at one order, then your commission would be $9. Okay, if you put 10 contracts in on one order, the commission would be $9. If you have one contract you put in, it'd be 90 cents. If you have two, it'd be $1.80. All right. Now, if let's say you buy a trade and it expires worthless, like completely out of the money. So, like I bought this oil spread, and let's say oil drops down and expires down at like $85, below my spread price. If it expires worthless, if there's no payout on the trade at the end, there is no exchange fee. Okay, when it settles. But if you open it and close it, you'll pay on the entry and the exit. If you open it and it settles with any value, you'll also pay the exchange fee. So it's at least nice that they don't charge an exchange fee if you have a complete, like, total loss trade. It's also nice that they cap it. So when you're doing like 20, 30, 50, 100 lots, and that may sound like a lot, but sometimes you're doing a $10 trade, so it's not a huge amount of money. And let's see here. So that's the exchange fees. And then, which is not, I mean, like I said, 90 cents compared to $1.14. So, and then capped at 90, whereas like on the futures, I mean, if you're doing more and more contracts, you aren't getting that big discount. Okay, I mean, you have to do it. You can. There actually is a discount program if you're doing about 4,000 contracts a month on the CME. So, in order for a firm, I actually used to have that. So I go in there and we paid like this massive fee every month to get a massive discount. You know, just crazy. Profit target for binary options. So we're actually working on a whole video for that, but let me give you a quick summary on that because that is a top question. I'd like to get someone with a little more range. Let's see here. Let's look over at our. It's about the same. Okay, well, let's focus on the gold one over here. Yeah, this is just, I'm not going to use this, the weekly one, just because it's cleaner. Okay, I'm not saying it's necessarily the best one to use, but the daily might be better. It's a weird day because they have all their stuff closed down, so that's the big issue. But right now, So we got this, you're trying to figure out what is the binary going to be worth when it gets to the price. Okay, you can figure out what it'll be worth when it gets there, but not as far as time goes. Okay, so in other words, I can tell you if this moves, like especially whenever I'm doing gap fill trades, in the next 15 minutes, you know, we're expecting the S&P to, you know, get to this price, and so I can have a pretty good idea of what price it's going to be at. It's like one of the things that we do, like we have a signal service, and we'll announce, you know, gap fill. So we'll go in, fill the gap. But we'll put on the, you know, we're buying this spread or selling this spread, whatever. And all indices, sell all indices, sell this spread, sell this spread, sell this spread, sell this spread. And then we're going to, okay, they, you know, gap filled on these, close these, and then eventually gap filled, close these. So how do we know, like, what price we can actually close the binary at when it fills the gap or, you know, whatever? And yeah, you can find out all the information, all the stats, every trade is it's on our website. I want to say they're right there. Yeah, so you can go over here and it shows you, like, here's our win-loss history by day. And you can go into, here's every trade, okay, all the gaps, everything. And, you know, equity graphs for the last, like, 3 months here on the trades. And when you're trying to figure out, you know, where is it going to go, just look at, you know, what price. So you're like, let's say, the first thing you want to do is what is the difference between the two? Weekly is not going to be good for that. Okay, what's the difference? Here we go. This is good. Okay, gold. What is the difference between the strikes? Trade results, just click on the link and then over to our website. Right there. And as soon as you sign in, you can click on P3 signals and you'll see it at the top. So the difference between the strikes is 3 strikes wide. Okay, so 709 to 712. So that's 3 strikes wide. So now I want to go, okay, well, what if gold were to move, you know, let's say we're right here and we buy this spread, okay? What if gold were to move up 3 ticks or 3 points, okay? So if gold were to move from 715 or 712 to 715, what will it be worth? Well, if it were to move up, then I basically move up the bid offer, okay, quotes, all right? So this trade that's 50, if it moved up 3, okay, 3 would be 1 strike, okay? That just moved this price up. So 50 would become $60. So I could get out of the trade for $60. If it moved up 6, this $50 trade that I bought, I could get out for 74. Okay, if it moved up 9 points, which would be 3 strikes, then I get in for 50, I could get out at 84. So same thing up here, all right? So I get in this trade for 750. If it moves up 3, I could get out for 8. Well, that's a horrible binary to trade then, right? Because you're not making anything on it. But then, you know, we go down here. What happens if it moves 6? Well, it goes from 7 to 17. So this actually becomes, you know, pretty valuable. If it goes from 7 to 30, it's like a 600% increase, 500% increase, almost 400% increase in value. So if it moves like 12 ticks. So you look at this and just go over and then act as if this was moving up, okay? So the bid price, because you're going to sell it, right, when the price moves up. So when gold goes up, the bid will go up. So when you bought it and gold went up, the bid goes up. So 1, 2, 3, you know, so 3, if it went up 9 points. Flip side, if you sell it and gold's going down. So if I sold at, you know, 250, you know, buy at 21. So, I mean, you can go through all these and figure exactly how that works. So it's sort of interesting to play with, but you can see how it works. Hopefully that gives you a little bit of an idea how it's going to move up versus down and down versus up. But let's see, let me find you a better example on the down because really the $2 are going to be helpful. Okay, so if you bought, you're going to move the bid up. Okay, if you sold, you're going to move the ash down. So if I sold at $42 and it moved down 1 strike, okay, it moved down 3 points, which is 1 strike, okay, 715 to 1712, 3 points, 712 to 709, 3 points. Then I sold at 41, I bought back at 32. If it moved down 6 points, I sold at 41, I bought back at 20. Okay, if it moves 9 points or 3 strikes, I sold at 41, I bought back at 11. So basically, it's looking at the price ladder. Okay, this is what we call a price ladder, and using that to determine what will the price be if the market moves. Now, again, this is absent of time, so obviously, the longer it takes, then the less accurate that's going to be. But if you're doing like a gap trade, a news trade, things like that, then this is very, very helpful for helping you determine what price that's going to be at. Now, when it does hit your price, if you had a price target and it hits there, you need to get out of your trade. Okay, don't wait to get your fill on your binary price or whatever. But binaries are a little more complicated. Spreads are a lot easier on that. But that's how you can basically tell the difference between, where they're going to move to. Now, on the spreads, I know one of the challenges, and this is actually where this tool came from for my own trading, was you're going in and you're looking at this and you're like, okay, I got to evaluate these three and then these three. So that's 6 spreads, 9 spreads, 12 spreads, 15 spreads, 16 spreads. There's 16 different spreads I got to look over to find the best spread for me to trade. And as you can imagine, if I'm ready to go in and I get a buy or sell order on oil, then that can obviously be a huge issue because like right here, I got a buy order or whatever. Which one do I do? By the time I figure out the 15 or 16 spreads, it's going to take forever. And so I go over here and I got a spread scanner. What I did is I built a fixed data feed directly from the Nadex exchange into our server. And I can uncheck all these right here. And I can say, I want to buy or I want to sell oil. So in this case, I'll say I want to buy oil. And then it'll instantly show me. And then I say, by the way, I don't want to risk more than $100 on the trade. And I want to be able to make at least $2 for every dollar at risk. Okay? So with that being the case, what are the spreads available? So now instead of looking at literally 15 spreads, and really 30 if you think about the buy side and the sell side and all the calculations, this instantly tells me how much am I risking, how far does it have to move to be at break even, how much time does it have till expiration, what is the profit I can make, what's the reward risk ratio on the trade. So all that's built in for me. I go, okay, well, this is $31 risk, I can make $100, but it expires in 7 minutes. All right, this one's a $38 risk, I can make $108, so at least have an hour on that one. This one's $31, I can make $465, expires in 217 minutes, so that may be the best trade for me. It depends upon the kind of move you're looking at. If I'm expecting a several dollar move, that's probably my best trade because I can make quite a bit of money. I have a high $14 profit potential for every dollar at risk, and I'm only risking $31 on the trade. But it does have to move further. It has to move 28 ticks, okay, or 28 cents in oil. Not a big move in oil relatively to how oil does move, but that's a big move. This one only has to move 12 ticks. This one only has to move 11 ticks. So this one has to move 11. This has to move 12. And so basically you put all the pieces together. So we go over this more in our webinars on Thursdays. But and let's say, once I pick my trade, this is my trade I want, I can literally click the buy button and it'll open the order ticket automatically for me in Nadex, so I don't have to go searching for it. And then I just hit place order. And so I have to be logged into Nadex, but then it'll automatically place my order for me. I have to hit buy, I have to confirm it. But it's very, very helpful for helping you find the best spread in a matter of seconds. You do the same thing over on the gold side. I would say on gold, which trade do I want? Notice how it kept all my parameters. So if I wanted to buy gold, it's like, here's the 3 spreads that meet your gold requirements. So, and also you don't have to refresh this. It's automatically, every second it's live updating with live prices from the platform, feeding right into it. So very, very helpful. And let's see here. I'm trying to see what other questions do y'all have about the platform. So got that one, got that one. But y'all see how the scanner works? How basically it pulls it in, and the thing is, like, you get in here and you start trading on the scanner, and you're gonna get you sort of get addicted to it because by the time you find your trade's over. If you're going through and you're doing all these, or you're just taking best guess. And let's see if I can find one that's like a perfect example. Sometimes like there's just like perfect examples of like how you're giving up a ton of money. Let's see here. There's usually one. There's usually a bunch, but okay, this is a perfect example right here. These 2 trades had the exact same risk, okay? Had the exact same break-even distance, had the exact same reward potential, but this one has 4 minutes and this one has 64 minutes left till expiration. If you're not using the scanner, you may not even choose the right spread, okay? And that could be like 64 minutes and 244 minutes. So you literally gave away 60 minutes of profit potential because you chose the wrong spread. Another example, let's see here, if I can find one that like lines up to what I'm trying to teach over here. So we have that one right there. That basically you have one tick, $14, 4 minutes versus 64 minutes. There's another one on the Aussie dollar right there. So, and you'll see that what will happen is a lot of times you'll have the exact same risk in the exact same amount of time over on the, usually I can show this to you on the indices, but you'll have the same risk and the exact same amount of time till expiration, but one of it can make like $200 more than the other one. So you'd be totally giving up all that profit potential by not doing it. So you give up profit potential, you can give up time, and also you could just plain miss your trade because you can't find the right spread and calculate all the risk and reward on the trade. And up here you can choose demo or live, so you can make it place the orders in the demo or the live account. And you can also choose your default quantity, but when you insert your ticket, then you can go in and you can change your quantity. So you can still edit that to 5 or 10 or 20 or whatever you want to do. And also, let's say the market moved, like you put in the trade and it was at 1702 and the ticket opened up and it's at 1705, you can just click 1705 and hit place order. It'll place the order on the platform for you. But it's night and day difference. So I understand Nadex really well. Like I've dived into it like crazy just as a trader, and it like I had this old version. Some of the students in here may actually be from our old group, where I made an Excel version where you plugged in everything. And I'll even see if I can find it. I can say this is was like round one of it before we went into the live version. It's like our old classroom. We've improved a lot. And then see if we have it in here. Or maybe we're taking it out. I mean, it was outdated. But we had an old Excel version of this whole scanner. And you had to go in and you had to actually put in all your pieces. Let's see here. This might actually be it. Let's see here. Yeah, we moved everything. Yeah, here's actually a picture of it. So we went in and you had to manually enter all the prices and it did it all for you. So yeah, you still need to register for the free membership. So you need to go over here. You grab the free membership, okay? There's going to be a ton of free education. You'll get access to the scanner right now. So like you can log in right now and you can look at the live scanner up here, okay? And but if you're already in, like Joseph, you're probably already, I think you're already a member, right? So if you're already a member, you're in. Just click on that. If you need an extension on the scanner, let me know, okay? What exactly are you telling us we need to do to join or get the scanner and education? So yeah, get education's free. The tools, obviously, I'm constantly developing. We're making a binary scanner now as well, and then we're going to make an analyzer scanner where you can combine all of them together, the binaries, the spreads, and the underlyings, and make your own strategies. And let's see here. Yeah, the scanner's on the Apex site, so it's right here inside the Apex site. So you'll have access to this as soon as you log in. And there, scanner, head and spread scanner. Then you'll have access when you pull up any of the markets. And then let's see here. Now the other things you have as well is deviations. Okay, so definitely check these out. This is huge. They are insanely spot on. And I went over this a little bit on the last webinar I had, but I go in and I take the implied volatility out of 4 options out of 4 months for every underlying market. And what the implied volatility is it's basically the built-in factor that says how far the market says the market is going to move today. So it's the entire market telling us how the most it will move in a given day. And so we actually plot those levels, and I mean, they're spot on within a tick or two. And you get access to those for free right now, so hop on there and check that out. And if y'all have any more questions about any of this, hop over here. You also have the help desk, okay? And you have the forum, okay? So you can ask unlimited questions on about anything you want about spreads, binaries, whatever, and I'm there. And but that's a quick summary for you. I hope y'all learned a few things today. Also, we have a webinar on Thursday, so if you join, you can join us on our live webinar on Thursday, and it'll be back.
All right, great. Thank you, Darrell. And again, yeah, we when we said we'd do this live trading session on Monday, we definitely didn't expect to have pretty much every market closed. But what we're going to do is we'll do this again next Monday. I posted the link in there. In the meantime, you know, Darrell, if you can post that link again where they get the free educational videos. If you guys can try to register for that and watch some of those videos and practice with the scanner between now and next Monday, I think that'll be very helpful. And next Monday can really be more trading focused. And you know, every Monday at 10 o'clock, you guys heard from Tony Laporta on he closed things out for us on Saturday and did an outstanding job with that. But every Monday at 10, Tony does a session for his subscribers. And it's for paid subscribers only. You know, it's not an open thing. But we thought since you guys were kind enough to join us this morning, we'd let you stick around for that and get to hear some of Tony's thoughts on the market. So, Tony, at this time, you can take it away. The room is yours. We always appreciate you being here and appreciate you being generous and offering up the opportunity for some of these guys that came for live trading this morning to hear your thoughts on the markets. And thanks again, Darrell and Colin, for your time as well. We'll do it again next Monday.